This is a bones divination for the global community for the month of September in the year 2024. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention my new book that I just released, From Fear Filled to Soul Filled. It talks about my spiritual journey. If you haven't checked it out already, I'll put the link in the description below. So I already set the intention with the ancestors to bring forward any information for the month of September that they feel might be important for the global community. So I'm just going to light a little bit of impepu, letting the ancestors know that we're ready to begin. So the image that the ancestors are showing Makosi, they are showing me that you are sitting on a beach on a log. And on top of this log, you have a pile of rocks, and you're trying to stack them on top of one another, kind of like making a little tower or a cairn. And as you do this, and you get almost to the top, and the rocks fall over, and then you try it again, and someone's dog rushes by you, and you lose your attention, and the rocks are falling over again. And what the ancestors are saying is that you need to look at where your grounding is in this moment. Is your grounding in the present, or is your grounding in the past or in the future? And they are also wanting you to look at the balance within inside of yourself. They're saying that there are many things going on around us that are trying to disrupt our way forward, and that we must continue to look at ourselves and where our grounding is and focus on bringing it into the present moment. Focus on deepening our grounding to the earth and also to bring that balance within inside of ourselves. Otherwise, we will continue to have our rock pile fall over and be disrupted. And they're saying that they want you to look at this like a story or a series of books. And they are saying that it is all about changes that are coming in. Life is about changes, and being able to embrace the changes makes our way forward easier. And they're saying if you look at it like a book, as you're going through the book, chapter by chapter, the story begins to shift and change. And then when you get finished with volume one, you move on to volume two. And some of the things from book one go forward into book two, but some of those things are left behind. And so you go chapter by chapter, moving forward the second book and into the third book and into the fourth book. And they are saying sometimes when you get to the end of that fourth book, something might peel off or venture off, or a new theme begins. And so you follow that way forward into a totally different series. And they are saying this is kind of what life is like, moving forward through the series of your life. And they are saying that often what we do is we go back and we read over the first book. We start at the chapter again because we feel that we might have missed something, or we want to hurry up and try to get to the end of the fourth book to see what happened. And what the ancestors are saying is that we need to take the chapters chapter by chapter so things unfold as they are supposed to be. And when you are staying in the present moment, then things are unfolding the way that they are supposed to be. And then you can bring that balance within inside of yourself as you go along and do this. They're saying that it is critical at this time to have your grounding into the present moment and deepening your grounding and your connection to the earth. They are saying that the earth is here to support you on your path forward, and not having your grounding in the present moment, not making those deep connections with the earth will make the waves of change that are coming in at this time more difficult. The ancestors are saying that you have choices. There are always choices. And they are saying that these waves of changes that are coming in, that you can choose to be like the surfer who glides on top of the wave smoothly along to the shore, or you can be the surfer who falls into the wave, tumbling and crashing around in the wave as it approaches the shore. There are always choices. And so their guidance, their wisdom that they are bringing forward today is encouraging you to be the surfer on top of the wave. Allow yourself to be uplifted and be held not only by the Mother Earth, but also by your grounding in your own spirit. They are saying that if you keep moving forward and you keep stepping into the change as you are bringing balance within inside of yourself, then you can continue to ride that wave of change. They are saying that this is especially important during shifts in the seasons that is coming up in this month of September. They are saying that you can also look like each volume of in the book series as a changing of a season. There are times within the book itself that simple small changes happen from chapter to chapter, but when you move from one book to the next book, there's often bigger changes. And they are saying that this is the seasons, and no matter where you are living, there are changes in the seasons. Some of them are more subtle and some of them are bigger. But this is also a reflection of what happens within inside of ourselves. As we step into those new seasons, we have new opportunities that are available to us to shift and change. And so focusing on this as well as we're moving into this new season that is coming in September, then we can also create that space within inside of ourselves to walk with the change instead of against it. And the ancestors are saying that this is becoming more and more important for us, more and more important to focus on what we need to do within inside of ourselves to continue to move forward, and not so focused on what is going on in the world around us. And they are saying that this is not something of being selfish. This is the way forward. They are saying that we can change what is happening in the outside world by changing our inside worlds. And they're saying that each and every time it happens, we can move a little bit further along the path to balance and harmony. Oh, sorry. And so when we look at the bones here, what is being shown here at the bottom is just this whole line of here's the discord, here's our ancestors, here's our strength, our power in the feminine. And all of this is trying to move forward here. It's trying to move forward. Here's more movement forward. And here's our heart bone right here, right in the center. And it is closed off to the balance. This is the balance bone here. And so as we're trying to move forward at this time and we're trying to move forward, we're not opening our hearts up to our own inner balance, our own inner harmony. And each and every time that we hit that point, then we are stalled. It's like there's these big spaces in between here of trying to move forward on our path. Here's our life path bones way over here, and we're trying to get our life to move forward, but we can't reach it because our hearts are closed down to balance with inside of ourselves. And the ancestors are saying the way to connect deeper to that balance with inside of yourself is to connect deeper to your grounding to the earth and allow that connection to help support you. Because when you're grounded into the earth and you set that intention to bring the balance within inside of you, then you can move forward with that ease. You can move forward without so much effort. And then your heart begins to open. And here is the bone of the global community. And we're all trying to move forward on this path as a species, moving forward into these higher dimensional energies, moving forward with that divine feminine energy that's coming in. But we have this part where we keep shutting down our hearts because we are not opening up to the balance that needs to be created within inside of us. And so the ancestors are just asking you today to really start to begin to focus on this piece each and every day in the month of September, and especially as we get closer to the equinox dates. They're saying that as you start to begin to focus on that, then you start to be easier to wake up in that state. Then you go to sleep in that state, and you wake up and you go to sleep, and you're in that state of balance, and you just are a grounded presence in the world. And then those pieces begin to shift and change without so much discord and disruption and angst and difficulty. And we begin to see that reflected out into the world as well. And the ancestors are saying that this is an important piece. And they're saying that if you do not understand what that means at all whatsoever, that all you have to do is set your intention. You can set your intention that I want to be grounded into the earth. I want the earth to support me. I want to walk in a state of balance. You just start saying those words to yourself, meaning them wholeheartedly from your heart. You begin to open up your heart to being in that state of being. And it can be that simple if you are committed to focusing on it and bringing that into your life. And this is what the ancestors are saying. You can say this in the morning, you can say it in the afternoon, you can say it before you go to bed. It can be that simple, they are saying. But it's all about the consistency of doing it. It's being consistent and in your focus of being in the present moment, grounded into the present moment. And they are saying that does not mean that you do not think about things in the past. That does not mean that you don't think about things in the future. But what they are saying is don't leave your energy there. Don't leave your energy in the past. Don't keep your energy in the future. If you're thinking about something in the past, just like when you're reading your book, you go back to the point where you word last work, and you move forward from there. If you jump to the end of the book to see what happens, then you go back and you reread from the point that you left off and getting to that end point. And this is what this is about, that bringing your energy back into the present moment over and over and over again, grounding into the present moment deeply, letting the earth mother support you. And then that makes this state of balance with inside of yourself, because that is a place where we ultimately need to go. We need to walk upon this earth in a state of balance, in harmony. And so this is the message of the ancestors for the month of September in the year 2024. So I invite you just to take a few moments each and every day, check where your grounding is, check to see if you're in the present moment. Are you feeling a state of balance with inside? And if not, then just set that intention very strongly to be grounded into the mother, to help allow her to support you and to bring balance and harmony with inside of yourself. So I'm just going to light a bit of Impepu, thanking the ancestors for bringing forward this message today, allowing us to hear their guidance and wisdom from that ancestral realm. Thank you, ancestors, for coming forward today and bringing your guidance and wisdom. Thank you for reminding us to be in the present moment as we walk our path on this earth at this time, helping us to be in more states of balance and harmony so we might move forward as a global community in that state of balance and harmony, and allowing those feminine divine energies to fill us and uplift us as we walk our path, allowing us to struggle just a little bit less each and every day, opening our hearts to what our story has to unfold.